Hello, if you don't know me, my name's Tris, and this is a channel all about model railways. I like to model 00 gauge, TT, and I'm interested in all of the others. At the moment, I'm moving into my extension bit by bit with the railway, and I want to talk to you about that. Behind me, I've got the plan of the room. This is actually upside down. When we put this here, we've got a bunch of boards. We've got 1 metre lengths by 300. This is for the TT layout. And the TT layout will be the Northampton Lamport line, as it, I guess, would have been in the 1900s. I've been helped by a guy called Daniel Callis from the, I guess, the social media side of Northampton Lamport. And I want to model it as it was then. It kind of gives me something to get my teeth into. I've been travelling quite a bit, so I haven't done so much. So we've got the one board here, 2 and 3, and a small one up here. That's up here, so we've got, I'll flip the camera around. It's upside down because of how I drew it on CAD. But yeah, so this isn't exactly how the layout will go for this side. It's just going to mimic something. So we've got 3 boards, which I'm hoping I'll be able to do spratting around here. That bit is for these pipes just here to go around. And then, like I said, it's got the short board and coming around to there. So when you would last see me, I've been working on all these boards, putting up these brackets, which are just for B&Q, some wooden right-hand brackets, 300 by 25. And then I've got these little brackets under here that stop them shimmying off, so it all keeps it nice there. And then we've got the angled bracket, which I made, which will come to here, which then have a support and will then bridge over to here. So since the last video, since I last spoke to you, I've put this doorway in, insulated part of that wall, put some board up, and then I've boarded and insulated this whole wall here. So put some studding in, put some insulation on, and then I've put lots of timber boards in, sliced up until they're here. This will get varnished. And yeah, that'll be it. Then I've also built some 1.2 metre boards. These are my longer ones. These 2 boards will take the bulk of the Northamptonshire and Lamport Railway, which is here. So these 2 boards, this one and that one, they will have the bridge that I modelled many moons ago now. Then all the station will be here. A signal box will be up here, where that little box is there. And that is what I'll be modelling. And then the board that's, the second board will have all of the point work on, nothing on the other 2. So signal box, all the points. So if I really wanted to, not that I want to, I could then spend time putting point motors and all sorts in. It's all ready for it. Underneath all of the boards, there's no structural beams going across it. So these are all hollow underneath. The reason is once I've done these bits, I can add them in afterwards. After that, you have the kind of little siding that goes off. It'll be on a small board, and then to the bridge part of the layout that gets lifted out. This blue bit is the breeze block that's just here, just there. And then the blue with the little hashed lines under here are the 50mm of wool, which I've put in, which is going to keep us nice and warm. That is currently where I've got to. I go to San Diego tomorrow, so I won't be able to do any more, but when I get back, I can work on this piece and the bridge piece that comes in. I'm not going to have it so I can lift it up and slot it down. I don't really need to do that because it's 5 foot in height. Thinking I can duck under this one and then I can lift it out if I need to. So if my mum comes to visit, who, she struggles kind of getting out and about, I don't have to have the duck out the way. I will just lift the piece out. But I'll have it so it all links up nicely. All the boards, as you've seen before, have these bits. We have the dowels here. And so I'll be able to just screw it back together and it will all line up nicely. Yes, I'm pretty happy. All I need to do really before I can do this bit is get some timber on here. And then I think the light switch will be around here as well on this piece. I'll leave the OSB for now, doesn't offend me. I kind of see this as like an industrial looking room. Yeah, and a bit of OSB there, cap that off and then finish the roof. And this part of the extension is done for my enjoyment, really. So yeah, so you've got 2.4 meters of layout just going down there. And on the other side, because we have to watch out for the door opening gets to here. So because obviously the door would then be hitting the layout, this last section will be the depth of that running back here. And now I'll put a stopper so the door doesn't bash into it too hard. And I've taken that into account on here. If you have a look there, we've got the door opening there, and that'll be its restriction again. If someone comes round and I need to have the door opening up all the way, because of like I said, my mother, she needs a bit of access to be able to get in, I would then simply unscrew it, lift this one out. This is just going to have maybe a loop around section, not loop around, but a head shunt. So then the logo can come in, head shunt come round and pick it up and go that way, or manually change it. My big ambition with this is if I ever really, really wanted to, because it's modular, I can change things. So I can lift all that off and I can have another part of the line on there. And if I really, really wanted to, I could take all of that off and set it up somewhere. I'd leave all this bit in and I'd build some straight sections that would link this bit up that bit. So quite easily, 10 of these sections here, we could add 10 meters between the two and actually have a scale run of Northampton Lamport. So this would be Pittsford and Brampton, going up to each station, and you could have it to scale if you wanted to. Take up quite a bit of room in a room, but it's very narrow as well, so it's a skinny layout, taking up quite a lot of room, but it's perfect for what I want to do in my railway room. In regards to double O gauge, once I've done this, because I want to be able to play trains whilst working on TT, I want to put my double O gauge across this wall here. I'll do the same kind of thing again, brackets going across, and it will loop around the room. And in my mind, I want to have it so I also have a bridge here. So then the double O gauge can just loop around the room constantly, and I can enjoy it whilst doing bits of work. I've been putting in cupboards and things like that. So I've got that, I've got a bench in here, got a bench there, I'll build a bench over there, I'll have the 3D printers going, laser cutters and stuff like that all in here, which would be great. So I'm in this big hub, good like creator space to enjoy my hobby. And yeah, it should be, obviously once all the tools are tidied away, it should be really good. For the double O gauge, I'm not sure about the brackets. I might just use some studding and build up a frame for things to sit on, and go down that way. I've got a modular layout that I did with a shunting layout for sort of diesel layout that I did ages ago, and I thought that can actually slot in here, so the layout will be going around here, and you can have a siding that joins up to it. I thought that would be really good, actually, something to think about. And again, I'd like it to be modular. The pieces that go on that means that I can take things out. I've got my storage up here, because that's my storage. I'll flick my light on. I can't get to my light switch. There it is. Yeah, so that's my storage up there. It goes all the way down there. So it's 8 meters by 2, but with an angle. So my ambition is that if I want to change something up and I want to model something from the Southern Railway or some modern era things, I can put a module in that will be that. And if I want to make a show layout that then lives there, work on it, and then I have it join onto the loop and then exit the loop, then I can. So yeah, so that's my current plans with all of that, and really, really happy with all of it. Obviously, like I said, very messy, and I'm very tired. I'm doing this on the morning before traveling out to go to San Diego is where I'm going. I won't get to play any trains there, but I have my laptop with me so I can draw things up, which is always good, because I've been working on the Northampton Lamport railway building at the Pittsford and Brampton, but a lot of the buildings look the same. There's just slight alterations with different finishes on the buildings. So I want to be able to put that on here and build up a platform and all of that. All the platforms are slightly different as well, so I feel like I've got license to tweak from there, because pictures of the Northampton Landport platform, it looks like big paving slabs on top, and then concrete supports going along the front face. But then you go to some of the other pictures of the other railways, they have a brick support going up to the platform edge. So I'm like, okay, so I've got a few options here of what I can do. But I hope you've enjoyed this. I know it's not running layout stuff, it's just bits of wood, but it's progress. I've got a wall up. This took a little bit of time. It's not finished. The top edges, I'll be finishing them off and make it look all uniform. But I'm really, really happy. On the very top, actually, I'm gonna have a small shelf that's sticking out up here, and I'm gonna have some wall hammer on, because why not? But anyway, I've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and supporting me and the channel. I look forward to showing you this bit all joined up on the next video. Can't wait. Anyway, bye-bye.